Of this training video is your power hour or power hours. So people talk about the power hour, and sorry, I'm just trying to move the video window so I can see. I'm not doing anything crazy, but to see the image too. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera while I'm doing this. So power hour, right? There's this idea that you can do your Beachbody business in 1 hour a day. And while technically that may be possible, you have to be like super focused and like scrambling for that hour. And if I try and do it in 1 hour, it just stresses me out. So, and like you want to also take the time to think about your replies to people and not just be like, oh, trying to get this done, like frazzled, stressed. So the 2 power hour model has been to me a lot more useful. And there's an image on this that I think if you're getting my training, that should have been part of the email that this video came in. But if you don't have the image I'm talking about, ask me and I'll send it to you. It's from Janelle Summers, who's one of the top coaches in the company, Chalene Johnson's sister. And I think what she says is really useful. So she has power hour 1 and power hour 2. So maybe you're doing an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, or an hour at lunch, hour in the evening, maybe 2 hours straight through in the evening. But, I recommend, okay, well, I'll just go through what she says. So power hour 1, add at least 3 people to your network and start a conversation. So when I run Facebook ads, I send a Facebook message to everybody new who likes my page as a result of those ads. I send a message welcoming them. So I consider those people added to my network. And I actually work to do, thinking about what my goal is. It's 10 a day. So bare minimum 3 people. And especially Facebook ads where not everybody responds to your message, I try and do more. I try and do 10 because out of those 10, there's going to be a few that respond and get active on my page. So that's one thing. Adding new people. Power hour 1, add new people to your network. Connect with 5 people from your master list. So this is, it could be just, hey, haven't talked to you in a while, what's new? Or I saw that you had a baby recently, how's parenthood? I mean, commenting on something that's happened in their life. Like there's so many ways to start these conversations, but reconnect with 5 people. There could be a reason for it. There could be no reason for it. Go through your list, find 5, and do that. Then item number 3 for your first power hour is a challenge group. Invite 3 new people, follow up with 3 people. So inviting is actually getting to the point where you're ready to ask them. Like, okay, I know you were interested in T25 last year when it was on sale. I wanted to let you know that it's on sale again this month. And I have a group starting next week where you could use it. Would you be interested? So that's the invitation. 3 of those and then 3 follow-ups. So these are people you invited recently who maybe didn't get back to you, or they were interested and said like maybe next month or something. 3 invitations, 3 follow-ups. Then your challenge group check-in. This is your daily post and responding to comments and then responding to messages and emails with the rest of the time that you have left in the hour. Then power hour 2. Introduce the business opportunity to at least 1 person per day. So this is, sorry guys, I just have to pause this and go handle something in my house. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So power hour 2, introduce the business opportunity to at least 1 person and plant the seed. So this is the, have you ever considered, like it doesn't have to be a long, elaborate presentation, but just asking someone if they've ever considered coaching. And maybe explaining why you're asking the question, but not necessarily, because if you leave it, like if you get into a big long explanation, it can sound almost defensive. Like, okay, I know you're going to say no, but here's why you should say yes. If you just ask the question, have you ever considered doing what I do? Have you ever considered coaching? I have found people will be intrigued. Like it's kind of weird to think about it as like, why would you just leave it hanging out there without explaining why you're asking? But it really does work better. So have you ever considered, and then the conversation unfolds from there. So and it just, if you do one person per day, it's not so daunting as thinking, okay, I have to do like 10 people today, once a week. So one per day. Then post or schedule at least 3 engaging posts for the next day. So I recommend, and this is addressed in other trainings, but maybe something about fitness, maybe something about food or Shakeology, maybe something about your personal development or like an inspiring or motivating thought. So those could be your 3. But then again, it's nice to have some predictability where the people who like what you're posting know what to expect, and they see your motivational post every morning and they like it every morning. But you also don't want to be a broken record. Like, do not post a Shakeology selfie every single day. Boring. Okay, I post a Shakeology selfie once a month at most, and try and have something clever or interesting to say about it. And if you can't think of anything clever or interesting, wait until you have something to say until you do it. So then the other thing that's really important in your social media presence is letting people get to know you. So I schedule posts sometimes, but a lot of times inspiration comes to me in the moment where it's like, this is like a peek into my life where I really want my followers to see me and feel that they're like here in Target with me looking at this like totally gross Oreo flavor, and like we connect on like, oh, gross cotton candy Oreos, why would you buy that? Okay, so I don't schedule posts very much, but scheduling is helpful to be more consistent, and I think could work on that. So that's Power Hour 2. Introduce the business opportunity, schedule some posts. And the most important thing is like, don't have like a day or 2 go by where you don't post anything. Always post at least once a day, preferably 2 or 3 times a day. Even a little more than that is okay. And then your personal development is in Power Hour 2, 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I do this reading before bed. It's not the best way because I a lot of times don't remember what I read, but it's the place that I fit it into my life right now. If I'm able to leave my job, I will do it first thing in the morning with coffee or with breakfast. So, or like maybe first thing post-workout. And I think that's a great way to start the day. Right now, it just doesn't fit into my morning, but it's important to do it sometime. You can do it on audiobook while you're driving to work, or like watch a video while you're like doing your makeup, or doing the dishes, but fit it into your life somehow. And it's listed under Power Hour 2 because if you only have 2 hours a day to work the business, you just got to fit it in somewhere. Then the other item is sending communication to your coaches. You just want to remember, like, once people sign up with you, don't forget about them. So I do a monthly newsletter, as you all know, and it just depends on the person. But if someone is actively working the business, I'm checking in with them all the time because people have a lot of questions. They need support. So just reach out and keep the lines of communication open. And then the last item is listen to a training or create one. And the reason this is on here, I don't necessarily agree that you have to be doing this every single day. Like for your personal development, you should either be like reading a motivational book or learning something about the business, one or the other every day. But I found that when I take the time to work on trainings for my team, like this one, or my coaching sneak peek, or training materials like for my website, it's just really, it has helped my business grow to have that focus because like if I'm using videos that are a year old, people know that because I've learned as I go and they get more professional, or, at least like people can tell that the stuff I'm saying is recent versus things I used to do a year ago and problems I used to have a year ago. So you got to keep it fresh. And it also just keeps you plugged into like remembering what it was like to be a brand new coach or like on the verge of signing up, but not sure. So, listening to trainings is really, really important, and learning about your business. Like you got to be doing that every week. National Wake Up Call, Meg's training calls, Janelle's training calls, whatever else you can get into if it's like a push group, and I'll tell you about some of those as time goes by and as the opportunities come up. That's super important. But also working on creating trainings, like thinking about, okay, you're in my trainings now, but what didn't quite click for you? What did you need that you didn't get? I mean, there's always something. Nobody's perfect. But think about what would have been better and make your own, because everyone's different too. So you expected something different, you'll connect with people like you. You're going to create a training that's just perfect for those coaches. So get started on it now. It's never too soon. Not that you have to do everything right away, but it does help you to start thinking like a leader when you are creating those materials. So that's why this item is on the list. So you try and work a little bit on each of these things every day, just a little. So maybe you're not making a video, but you're making a little outline for a video that you want to make. That's the way to work it in. That's the Power Hour times 2 every day. As always, contact me with questions, and I'll see you in the next session.